if I could go back and sit down with my younger self before I was married, there would be 3 things I would share with myself, things I didn't understand then, but they would have changed everything.
We have been married for 33 years. And while we're deeply grateful for our journey, there are things about God's wisdom that could have spared us some pain.
Whether you're engaged, dating, or still praying for that special someone, these 3 truths will help you prepare not just for marriage, but for a Christ-centered covenant. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready to dive into it. So Teresa, as we've been talking about this is like the first thing we have shared with our younger selves. It is the power of a consistent daily prayer life.
That's very powerful.
One of the greatest gifts you can bring to your marriage is a personal relationship with Christ.
So you have to prioritize daily Bible study and prayer to get anchored in your own identity and to make the right decisions.
Right. The easiest time to build this habit is when you're single. We have to build a habit of listening to God and not reacting just to emotions.
That is so true. That will really help you in marriage because it's so easy to react emotionally to something that's said or something that's done. And you want to be able to have that self-control built in to check yourself, think about what you're going to say, get your emotions in control before you respond or react.
Believe it or not, marriage will reveal your weaknesses.
It really will.
Especially in the Western culture, is so much fakery during dating. That's why we advocate courtship. But
that's right.
When you're dating, you always put your best foot forward. You always talk right. You dress right. You dress your best. But when you're married, I mean, you can't hide. I mean, if you're selfish, it comes out.
Oh, yes. It would really come out.
Or the areas where you're selfish comes out.
That's right. Marriage will challenge all of those things because you're dealing with another person that is different than you.
Right.
Right.
But spending time with God will equip you with grace and strength.
Absolutely. And it does take a lot of grace in marriage. It really does. A lot of forgiveness, a lot of kindness.
Love, kindness, and forgiveness.
Yes, exactly. Yes, like the previous episode, you have to be ready to do those things. But if you're not in the habit of dealing with your own weaknesses, your own inabilities, and work on communication skills, things like that, you are going to have some struggles, maybe some fights. You can head off a lot of those problems just by developing first before you get married.
Right. Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things shall be added unto you." So put God first. What about you? What's one thing you would have told yourself while you were single to help you prepare for marriage? Write it down in the comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Teresa, what's the second thing you would have told yourself if you had a chance to go back in time and tell yourself 3 things about marriage to help you prepare for marriage? What's the second thing you would have said?
Wow, that you really need to take care of your health, physically, mentally, emotionally, and preparing yourself financially. So it's like a whole picture of being a healthy person in every respect.
Right. You need to invest in yourself, right? You got to take care of your body.
That's
you
right.
You got to eat well. You got to exercise, and you got to rest. Now, I know, guys, it is so easy to just go to the drive-thru on the way home from work and pick something up, but that stuff's not good for you.
No, it's not. I used to do that too often when I was single, but thank goodness I had a roommate that liked to cook. So we would cook a lot of meals, and that helps a lot. You can choose what you're putting in your body instead of not knowing what all is in your food.
Right. And you got to tend to your mind. You need to read a lot, but you also need to process those past wounds.
Oh, yes. That's
and
extremely
learn
important.
Emotional regulation, right? So
yes.
at some point of your relationship, your spouse is going to say something that is going to be similar to what someone else said or did
Right.
that brought hurt to you.
That's right.
Teresa? And they may not
yes.
even mean that at all.
Exactly. They have no clue that you might have had a hurt in that area, or if your spouse kind of raises his or her voice, you might think, you're just yelling at me, you're just being mean to me. You might have had a domineering parent or a domineering boyfriend or girlfriend, and you think, oh no, I'm reliving all of that again.
Right.
But it's probably just because those things were not dealt with before you got married.
You deal with forgiveness. You got to deal with forgiveness. You have to. And if you need help with that, talk to your pastor about someone that can help walk you through that.
Right.
And walk you through that forgiveness, because you need to be whole going into your marriage. You really do.
Exactly.
And the third thing about wholeness is financial wholeness, Teresa. If
Very
you're not
important.
budgeting, if you're not saving, and if you're not giving generously, you're not financially healthy.
Exactly. Right. And that's going to be so helpful in marriage to already be disciplined with money.
Discipline's a good word.
Singles can be, very, what do you call it? Just too loose with their money, just saying, I can spend money because I want something, or, who else cares? I don't mind. So, but you have to answer to your spouse.
Right.
If you're just throwing money at things, you can't just make those decisions by yourself anymore when you're married. So if you learn to be disciplined, like you said, saving and tithing and being a good giver and knowing how to use money to help someone else, that's going to be so valuable in marriage.
Right. A healthy you makes a stable us. Marriage thrives when both people show up whole. Right, Teresa?
That's right. It certainly does.
Proverbs 21:5 tells us the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance.
That's so good. That the Bible already shows you the way to be successful with finances and have that abundance ready for when you do get married.
The third thing that I would tell myself, if I had a chance to go back and sit down with myself, is to serve somewhere.
That is so important. So you can really find out what you're called to do or what you're really good at when you serve in your local church. And it also helps to serve in your community somewhere as well.
Right. So marriage isn't just about romance. You're going to find out it's about ministry.
Oh, yes.
It's about serving the other person, putting the other person first, seeing that their needs are met. And you might as well get a good start on it while you're single.
Oh, yes, exactly. And like you said, you can't go into marriage being selfish, and it's all about yourself. So if you are learning to discipline your life, you're learning to think about the needs of others before your own, that is going to be so valuable in marriage.
Right, because it takes the shift, the focus off of you and puts it onto sacrifice, doesn't it, Teresa?
It does. You have to be able to sacrifice if you're going to have a healthy marriage.
And as you serve, God begins to shape you, right? Shapes your calling and teaches you teamwork.
It does. It really teaches you teamwork. That is such a valuable skill.
If you're scheduled to work in nursery, you need to be there at 7 o'clock. But on Sunday, I work all. It teaches you discipline. It really does.
Discipline. You're gonna have to get up early when you have your own
And
kids.
if you don't show up, someone else has to take up the slack, and it's not very nice.
Right.
It's not very considerate. 1 Peter 4:10 tells us each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others.
I really love that. Yes, the gifts are put in us not for ourselves, but for serving, for doing things for others. And that's so important when you're in a marriage setting. You're going to be serving your spouse, like you said.
So, to my younger self and to you, don't just prepare for a single day of a wedding day. Prepare for the covenant. Pursue God. Build yourself up with wisdom and health and embrace the joy of serving. These habits will not only attract the right spouse, they'll sustain a Christ-centered marriage through every season. And if you want to go deeper, we have a free 7-day devotional. Just drop the comment devotional in the comments and we will send you a link to receive this free devotional.
That's right.
Be sure to follow Inspiring Marriages, leave us a review, and share this with someone who's preparing for marriage. Let's raise up couples who love God and love each other deeply. So until next time, remember,
Husband and wife are friends for life.